Hello and welcome to Binary Price Trading live trading video. This is to show you a couple of trading methods that I use, and I will start with 11.4k as you can see in my practice in my trading account, and we'll show you a couple of methods. This trade I will enter for as a put trade with expiry time just over one candlestick because we are watching 2-minute chart. And I would like to enter 2000 trade because we are currently reaching this very strong resistance zone. As you can see, this zone has worked on multiple occasions, has been confirmed many times, or at least 2 or 3 times. When we scroll towards past, the zone worked, as you can see, pretty well. Going further into the past, yeah, it's a very significant zone, so I really like this entry, and that's why I entered the trade as a put option with expiry time just over 2 minutes. Same goes for the bottom chart, Euro Aussie dollar. I have just missed this entry, so it's always a good idea to remain very patient and do not chase, do not overtrade, do not panic when you miss an opportunity. Just wait for another one to occur, to happen. Patience is the key, so there is no need to panic, because any trade you don't enter has got magical 100% return on your investment, which is not a bad thing to start with. As trading binary options carries obviously very or rather high amount of risk, so you need to think your decisions through and be convinced that your trades are based on very decent factors. So as I have explained a while ago, there is a very significant support, or rather resistance zone. It has been a support right here, but it turned into resistance as the chart is approaching from the downside to the upside. So I believe we are going to bounce from this area and end up anywhere around here. In the meantime, I can be browsing charts and looking for another opportunities to enter more trades. Obviously, there would be very little point of making a video where I would enter just one trade. Okay, so the first one comes in the money quite nicely, and looking at USD Canadian dollar chart, this trade would be very risky as it's not based on any fundamentals in my opinion. So I need to remain patient and look for a more clearly defined entries than this one. As you can see, I use Bollinger Bands and RSI. My RSI settings is period 5, very fast RSI, and rather extreme values 90 and 10. What that means in practice is that these RSI moves react faster because it only takes into account last 5 candles or previous 5 candles, but my criteria is rather more strict because my values are 90, 10, so I need to wait until the RSI is very oversold. That's 10 or below, or very overbought, that's 90 or above. So this is what works for me the best. For every trader, obviously, every trader can use its own settings or method, but this is something that has been working for me, so I'm willing to share this setup or settings with you guys. Yeah, as I outlined a couple of minutes ago, this GBP AUD bounce of this major resistance zone and I need to look for another opportunities for more opportunities on bottom chart. I think this is quite nice channel that has been broken for the upside, and we might get a confirmation. I really like entering for just over 2 minutes for the upside. I will explain to you why, but I didn't want to miss this trade because I think it's a really good one. And I will draw a channel. So let's draw a trend line here from this top right. So we got the top and then one touch, another confirmation, and then the channel has been broken. So this is a really good entry, I believe, for the upside, because we have just escaped this channel. I can draw the bottom wall as well, which would be right here. There's one fake out, which doesn't really change anything. So once again, we are trading the channel break for the upside right here. RSI is fine, it's not too oversold. We are not touching Bollinger Bands as it happened right here. It bounced off the Bollinger Band, so I expect the chart to go at least towards this area. Yeah, so it should allow for us to end up in the money quite nicely, and it should allow enough time. So I chose a couple of minutes expiry time, or just slightly under 2 minutes, because if I went for longer, like let's say 3 or 4 minutes, it might have happened that we would bounce from this Bollinger Band and create a pullback or correction to drop below the entry point. That's what I don't want. So yeah, this is a couple of words, so reasons to explain my expiry time here. In the meantime, I will be looking for more trades, and one of them will be to trade for downside right here, as long as we touch this. So again, we are getting very close, and I like to go for just slightly under 2 minutes as well. Again, right. So from here, with the explanation that I provided, entering a third trade, and another trade ends up in the money, which is a good result, obviously. That could be a really good formation on the bottom chart, Canadian and Swiss franc, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. If we touch this top channel wall and then bounce for the upside, it would be a really nice entry for call, to enter a call position, to enter a call option. Expiry time, again, between 2 and 3 minutes. So 1 and 1.5, between 1 and 1.5 candles. We are watching 2 minute candlestick chart right here. Well, actually in both cases. You can also leave your personal experience or your comments below the video, and we can discuss your methods. As for, like I mentioned, for every trader there might be a different method, or every trader might use different indicators and different methods, which is totally fine. You should always use your own judgment, but it might not be a bad idea to get an inspiration from some other methods or strategies, and maybe combine some factors from the video that I'm showing to you, and you can take what you believe is good and combine it with your own knowledge and your own factors and experience. That's totally fine as well. On the trade, the top one, we got about 13-14 seconds to go, and unless we jump up really widely, we should end up in money as well. Right, so far so good. So the plan is to wait for a touch with this channel wall and then go to shorter candles, 1 minute. And if we bounce for the upside and get a confirmation, I would love to enter for the upside. As the previous support, channel walls can act as support and resistance. You can view them as diagonal support and resistance lines pretty clearly. So this, as you can see, this top channel wall was a support or resistance line. 1, 2, 3, 4 occasions. Then we broke, and then if we bounce off this line for the upside, it works as a very strong confirmed support. So that would be a good entry for me. I would like to check the bigger picture as well. Yeah, as you can see, this is a major support zone. So it's never a bad idea to draw this zone. And also view it as not as a single line, but as an area. Like this, and then you can zoom in on to shorter candlesticks and adjust these lines. Right. So this touch, I like to place it on this wick. As you can see, this wick, it works here as well, perfectly here, this long wick, this area. So this is a really nicely confirmed zone. And hang on a sec, need to go where the price is currently right now. So we got really close. We didn't get quite to this resistance line. We bounced slightly above. So I would have missed the trade. I would have waited for the price to touch this strong area, this strong resistance. Oh, sorry, this is a support, obviously, in this case. So I would have waited for price to come down to this area and enter the trade for the upside, as I would believe this strong support would hold once again. This may have been an entry, may have not been an entry. It's pretty tough to predict. As we might break through. If that's the case, if it happens, I might be trading call option, depending on candlestick formations. That's called a price action. When you watch the candlesticks form and travel, as to say, to speak, you can also base your decisions on that. Right, okay, so in the meantime, I would like to check out more charts in order to find another decent entry. It looks like, it seems like a channel is being formed. I can show you how to draw it. So I'll go half stake here, as it's an okay entry. It's not the most premium one, but it's okay. So I will enter for 2 minutes. Yeah, that's it, 2 minutes. That's it. 1.5 plus 30 seconds. 30 seconds expire, so yeah, 2 minutes in total. That was the plan, so I'm going to stick to the plan and open another trade. We're also pretty oversold on RSI, below 10, which is good as well, and touching crossing Bollinger Bands too, so there are a couple of factors combined which I like, so that's why I went for this entry for the call option here. Let's see how it goes. There's just over a minute remaining. In the meantime, we can focus on this GBP, Australian dollar chart, and see whether we are going to break through this support level. Oh, sorry, resistance level, resistance zone. Got it mixed up a couple of times, but the logic is pretty clear, crystal clear, that this strong support zone turned into resistance zone, and we are trying to. Well, the chart is trying to punch through this area as we speak. Okay, so I like to go for a big trade for the upside, as I think we are going to break for upside. As I watch the price action, I really like what I saw, so big trade for the upside. I think this resistance line is not going to hold, so once we break, it's going to run away. The chart is going to run away. Lost a minor, smaller trade here, and I will not engage in this zone, in this area, as it looks like we broke this channel. May have not. It's very tough to say. However, this is a very clear entry for me on the top chart, so that's why I went for big stake. Yeah, this Euro Japanese yen is very unclear, so I'll switch chart and try to find one more entry. If it doesn't happen, I will just wrap up this video and we'll make another one pretty soon in the near future. So follow us, subscribe to us, leave us a comment, and we'll be looking forward to introduce another methods using more technical indicators and so on and so on. As you can see, this zone is clearly broken for now. It might, whether it's a fake out or not, it's not really relevant for short-term trades, for when I trade for with 1 or 2 minute or 2 or 3 minute expiries. Okay, I will just wrap up this video, and thank you for your attention. Thanks for watching. Leave us a comment and see you very soon. Bye bye for now. Have a good day and good luck trading.